Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Alex Ross, issue number 25. Yeah, I know it's Immortal Hulk, issue number 25, but give the man some freaking credit. Look at that cover. Oh my god. Now listen, y'all gonna need to get this comic book for multiple reasons, not the least of which is the fact that, holy crap, this is the first time that the Ninth Universe has ever been written about, ever been drawn. Plus, it's a quarterly issue. It's number 25, so go get like first appearances of a new kind of creature in here. There's a lot going on in this comic book. This is speculator's choice, all right? Grab this comic book. Actually, I'm not a speculator, so I don't know about all this stuff. But I will say, all the stuff the speculators are looking for, right in here. Anyway, let's talk about who made this comic book, and then I'm just going to talk exasperatingly about the book. I'm not going into the whole 5 things about. There's way too much going on in here for that. Anyway, Al Ewing is the writer, German Garcia is the artist, Chris O'Halloran on colors, and then the last 2 pages or so is Joe Bennett on pencils, Roy Jose on inks, and Paul Mounts on colors. That's the typical crew. Again, they're just doing the last 2 pages, but it's important. VC's Corey Petit on letters, and Alex Ross, of course, doing the cover. Whole bunch of people doing variant covers. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created the Incredible Hulk, now immortalized. Anyway, yeah, so we get a whole bunch of beautiful stuff happening in this comic book, man. This is gorgeous. Look at how beautiful this freaking comic book is, man. You got all this stuff happening in the next universe. You remember what happened at the end of the previous issue, number 24? Immortal Hulk actually wound up taking Breaker of Worlds. Immortal Hulk, he took over. He wound up consuming, I should say, Franklin Richards' power. So there's nothing really left in the universe, right? There's just the basic, the humdrum. And anything that comes by after this, the Hulk is able to take out. And can even, like, surprise people. Oh, look, here's Mr. Immortal. Like, how random was that? Here's Mr. Immortal with him being destroyed, with him being dead. The Hulk is the last human left in the universe. Accordingly, which is interesting. That might come up later. Anyway, so you got all of this stuff happening in this next universe. Hulk took that power to be able to survive into the next universe, much like Galactus would. That's going to come up several times in this. You got these new alien species in the next universe, the Ninth Universe. They talk telepathically. They talk using hire, I guess H-I-R, instead of saying him and her or any pronouns that necessitate, what dangles or doesn't between your legs. It's just and there are already languages like that on Earth spoken today. The one that I know the most is Bangla, which is, I believe, the 7th most spoken language on the planet. Yeah, there are no pronouns in that language in general. Anyway, you can see this. You notice right here, here's the only, aside when they show the Hulk directly, this is the only green that you see here. Green is chaos in this book. Everything else, all the colors, all the talk that they have about colors and the beauty of colors, the one color that you will see absent throughout is the color green. Once you see green, it's just going to get mean. Anyway, all this crazy stuff that happens, man. Trying to find color in the universe, trying to find something. They painstakingly avoid using the color green or anything that can even be mistaken as green. This is just gorgeous. I love the art in this. I love these guest artists doing this crazy, impressive, amazing stuff. Green. It almost looks like somebody. Look at the new design for the Hulk here. Trick is, that's not actually the Hulk. You find out that at the end of this book, this is actually the one above all. Or excuse me, the one below all. My bad. There's an interview out right now with what the heck is his name? Al Ewing. And he talks about this. And he says that the Immortal Hulk is no longer immortal. The Immortal Hulk is finally dead. Oh, look. The one below all. It's actually the Hulk. And vice versa. This is how he was able to, I guess, escape through the green door. He took the Hulk's body. God, all the crazy stuff that's happening right now. Carnage talking about, I see a green door and I want to paint it black. Good luck with that, Junior. Good luck with that. Remember, this is talking about the Ninth Universe. Therefore, this is talking about the future. The future in Marvel is simply not set, okay? Is this the future where The Incredible Hulk, like in Donny Cates' Thanos Wins story, he wants it becoming some sniveling little with a chain around him. Like, is that the one? Is this going to be Future Imperfect, where the Maestro shows up? Like, what future is this actually? Is this the future where Old Man Logan shows up and claws the Hulk apart from the inside? Like, which future is it? This is a completely different future. That's the way that Marvel works. The future is simply not set. There is no fate but what we make. And he's an unstoppable machine that will keep coming. He does not care. Whatever. Insert proper Terminator lines where you need them to be set. Anyway, the Hulk wound up in this future surviving somehow. He used the very randomly used the body of Mr. Immortal. It was like, oh yeah, here you go. I already ate Franklin Richards, and now I'm going to eat you too. And this is how he was able to use this energy to survive, and I guess take over for Galactus in some way, shape, or form. Galactus is necessary to our universes because what he does, he goes around, he consumes all this matter. And he takes all this actual energy, and then at the end times, when the big crunch happens, which we figured that the Big Bang, and the Big Bang, the Big Crunch. Nowadays, we according to string theory, the parts that are still acceptable, that we still accept as science, it's more directional as opposed to omnidirectional. Interesting, right? Either way, however you're going to look at this, the Galactus will consume all this energy so that when the heat death of the universe, the entropy actually takes its full place, Galactus himself will go with all of this matter that he's consumed and then give it to the universe. So as opposed to just a big old kinetic bang, Galactus is going to add a little shrapnel to all that, so that when the boom and that shrapnel goes out, and it could coalesce and form into stars, and therefore everything else that we know in the universe, planets and all that good stuff. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, the Hulk seems to have taken over, and now instead of Galactus going around and consuming everything, Hulk just goes around and smashes it. At this rate, there won't be enough matter left for a ninth universe. Or at least it won't go in the same way. Because, how's life going to really survive? You're going to have a very empty universe. And that's exactly what we see here, an extremely empty universe. Wow, and it's freaky. But anyway, we get a new version of the Hulk in here that, as I've said, is not actually Hulk. It's the one below all. Now, there's something... I got to be honest. The entirety of this book, for the most part, is really boring. It's really boring. It's fascinating if you want to, but this is more of a Star Trek as opposed to a Star Wars. Star Trek, you sit down, you watch, you think. There's not too much drama where you're going to be like, oh my God. Saying not every episode is going to be Kirk fighting against the Grok. What was that big green thing called again? Anyway, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, I hope. Most episodes are going to be about, transporter technology seems to be malfunctioning. Turns out the dilithium crystals, we need more, and phasers on stun, and little stuff like that, as opposed to Star Wars, yeah, this is Star Trek. This is Star Trek. So why bother reading it? Why bother reading this beautiful but seemingly unnecessary story? The leader finds this thing inside of this bug creature, all right? And it's emanating this shape like a hologram. Oh, you guys can read this a whole lot better here, right? Because it's the mirror image. Take your time, take your time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time's up. So, this whole shape that he's doing, what is that shape? It's a very strange shape, right? A lot of people can be wondering, what is that shape? I don't get it. Have we seen this in a comic book before? I'm looking at it all over the place here. I'm just looking for the best version of it. Here. It's right here at the beginning of the book. What the hell are they doing? What the hell is the leader doing? he's found some way of getting to this future tech, this future, maybe it's just this future memory. Maybe there's like a memory crystal, right? And it's going back there, and he's able to understand their shared language, which was all done through telepathy because, yeah, the leader can, telepathic abilities. I don't know exactly what Ewing is doing, but I do know that this guy is a savage, and he is impressive as all hell. Wow. The book is boring. Will it be important? Nah. It's going to be crucial. Very impressive book. Very impressive story. Very impressive people creating it. I can't wait to see what happens next. All I know is it's going to be a trip. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.